Hey, if you're a David, don't fight like a Goliath. Most online marketing people are Davids, trying to compete with a Goliath. There's some great how-to content out there for challenger brands, those smaller sellers trying to compete against the leaders in their space. And in my research this week, I stumbled across an old study that piqued my interest on this topic. The article was from 2009, so I almost skipped over it, but I'm glad I didn't. There was some very valuable insight that every underdog should know and understand. It doesn't matter if you're religious or not. Most of you have heard the story of David and Goliath. It's the type of story with application in all aspects of life. In the biblical account, I think you would agree with me if I said it's generally considered an anomaly, the idea that the little guy can beat the big guy. The entire impact of the story is based on the idea that the Davids in the world rarely, if ever, win. So, would you think I'm crazy if I told you statistically the Davids will win more often than the Goliaths if they go about it right? I referenced some research at the start. This was done by a scientist by the name of Ivan Ergwin Toft. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm saying his name correctly, so we're just going to call him Mr. Toft. He did some research looking back at every war fought in the past 200 years where there was a big guy versus a little guy, and to qualify as a Goliath, they had to be 10 times bigger than their opponent. On the surface, he found that the Goliaths won 71.5% of the time, close to what most of us would probably expect. But Mr. Toft raised an interesting question. What happened if the underdogs acknowledged their weakness and then chose an unconventional battle strategy? He went back, reanalyzed the data, and found in those cases, the Davids won the majority of the time at 63.6%. Then he analyzed the opposite, the battles that went toe-to-toe in a conventional way. No surprises here, the Goliaths won 78% of the time. There's business value in this research and a variety of case studies to prove it. If you're trying to go toe-to-toe with a Goliath in your space, your chances of success are pretty low. If you're going to play by Goliath's rules, he's most likely going to win. If you're a David, whatever you do, don't play by Goliath's rules. Don't go to battle with armor and a sword. Go into battle with a slingshot. The key is to own your weaknesses and change the battlefield to one where you have the advantage. There you go. Now go out and win that battle. And that's the warrior way.